Hello, 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 and welcome to ER, Emotional Response. This is Life Coaching with Ink. Ivory. Hello. Hey, gang. Hey, people. Hey, everybody out there. Hey. And I feel like saying hey to the COVID world. However, COVID is a part of our world. It's not our world. And I think we're adjusting back to that reality. At first, it hit us so bad, and not bad in as far as how many cases, but the effect it put on our everyday life, that we addressed it and we operated out of it being our world. But now, as things go on, we are learning it's a part of our world, just like the flu is a part of our world, just like AIDS is part of our world, just like any other epidemic that has went through history and impacted people in a way that it killed a lot and others have got deathly sickened by it. And a lot of people recover. So I will not say hello, COVID world. I will say hello, world, as usual. Welcome back to ER. We closed out the new school. We went into a new topic, and now we're diving into another series. And this series goes along with what I was telling you about building communications. And I'm a fanatic. If you talk to me long enough, I am oozing with a fascination on interpersonal communications. Interpersonal communications. Into me, you see. And before we can even go into interpersonal communications, the starting point for improving our communications is to understand ourselves. Understand yourself. 2 words, yourself. And as you understand yourself, you'll learn how to communicate better. The starting point of interpersonal communications is understanding self. Gnothi, Seauton. That rolls off my tongue, not in a ticklish way, but it stirs through my soul, and I feel some type of way about it, because at the beginning of life, I would say, is knowing thyself. Gnothi, Seauton. You have to dwell with yourself before you can dwell with others. And that will build the platform for interpersonal communications, because into you'll see and understand yourself. Understand the self of you, so you can dwell with others and understand the self of them. And it's major. It's so major that on the hinges of it, I would dare to say, is your perspective of the world, your perspective of people, your perspective of God, your perspective of there not being a God. All of it is on the hinges of that. Noche Seauton. And there are 3 parts of knowing self: self-awareness, self-concept, and self-esteem. You would say, well, why is there 3 parts? And this is why it's going to be a series. Mainly because as much as there is one you, one unique you, there are many ripples of you. There are many intricate parts that shape you and develop you and make you who you are. There are many aspects of you that once people dwell with you in understanding, they know why you do what you do. Anybody could stand from afar and say something. But when you come up close, you see the details of something. And that's involving yourself. You can go through your day, get up in the morning, put on makeup, as a man, brush your hair, comb your beard, and still not know yourself because you're standing from afar. But when's the last time you came up close and really seen the details of you? The lines in your, and the veins in your eyes, the lashes on the endpoints of your eyelids. The way your ears are shaped, the way your skin is toned, the way your lips are formed, how they go in on one way and out on another. When's the last time you admired the details of yourself? And that's just on, as we would say, a cosmetic level. But on a structural level, Noche Seauton, know thyself, has to do with self-awareness, self-concept, and self-esteem. And tonight, we are going to talk about self-awareness. There are many assumptions of what self-awareness is, but it's one pretty concrete definition on self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to step outside of yourself, view yourself as a unique person, distinct from your surrounding environment, and reflect on your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. There's a series on Netflix. And I ain't getting no sponsorship from Netflix, so don't get it twisted. I'm just bringing it up as an example. But there's a series on Netflix where it deals with magic and keys. And one of the keys is you're able to twist it inside of your neck. And then you're able to step outside of you and see you. And when you step outside of you and see you, you go into a world that only your mind can take you into. With this one character in the show, the girl was locked into her thoughts. And so you went through the door and she had boxes of all her memories and experiences categorized. And she was locked in there. For others, it was a dark part of them. But I say that example where you literally take a key and twist it into your neck and you step outside of you to see you. That's self-awareness. Self-awareness will allow you to not be so reactive, because you will learn to be ever knowing you. Now, there's concrete things that happen in life where after the first, second, or third time, if an experience come up similar to that, how you're going to react. And knowing that part of you, you don't put yourself in those circumstances, or you choose to push forward through those circumstances because it's only temporary. But that in itself comes with self-awareness, knowing yourself. And a lot of times we skip over self-awareness when we go through experiences, traumas, connections, events, life in general. We skip over knowing and being self-aware, being able to step outside of you and say, okay, I feel this way, but why? I want to do this, but why? I want to say this, but why? And finding and getting down to the root of it. And moving forward. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is literally doing an assessment on you. It's investigating you, being fully self-aware. And that takes a level of dwelling with yourself and understanding. And you might even surprise yourself. If you never found out why you're angry when you do X, Y, and Z, you'll just keep operating out of that anger. But what if you step back and say, why? Why do I want to say that? Why do I want to do that? Why am I thinking that? And when you ask yourself the why, you become self-aware. So now you move with reason. You move and say and do with reason. Because you're fully self-aware. It might be as easy as being passionate about a justice. Being passionate about family. Being passionate about success. Like I said in many other episodes, just because you feel anger, that don't mean it's a negative connotation on that anger. Sometimes that anger can propel you into success. Sometimes that anger can make you fall into a deeper love for someone. Sometimes that anger can expose parts of you that enables you to connect with others in a way that you never connected before. Self-aware. Well, why am I happy? Sometimes people think if they're so happy, something bad is about to happen. And then you gotta be self-aware on that. Why do I feel that my happiness is going to